Welcome back to the GSL Team League. We are here. I don't know why I opened like that. Team League. Welcome back, guys. It's starting to look like a comeback here. This could be one of the best stories in the entire GSL Team League.
Never mind. I was going to make a joke.
You were setting up a joke?
Talking.
I just kept going, man.
He's just running all over me like a little kid.
Sorry. You forgive me, Artosis?
Stomping on me, pushing me around.
That's what I do, man.
Corner.
You got to be an alpha
You only
nerd.
talk when I tell you to talk, Artosis.
You keep it down.
Only when I pitch
You're the
die.
beta nerd. You're the beta nerd, and I'm the alpha nerd. Oh, that's so funny. Says I can't go home. It's too late. Yep. It's too fun to go home now, it says. That is, yeah, it's actually pretty late over here.
It is.
So I'm enjoying this.
If Jobs ends up winning, I'm going to have to take a taxi home. I'm going to have to ask him for $15, man.
Yeah. Got to pay for it.
Yeah, you better.
It's only $15 to get home from your place from here?
Yeah, about that.
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, you just take the
Considering how
highway
far
that
it
goes
is.
around Seoul.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You know,
Good
we're
to
so
know.
far on the west. Yeah.
So if you ever want to stalk and kill Artosis,
Just ask
Probably
the
a
cabbie
15
to bring you $15 from
Somewhere.
the studio, and just keep doing it till
say
you find me.
Artosis' house, please. Be like, oh yeah, no problem. You gonna kill him?
He's like, can I help?
Can I help?
I hate that guy.
I hate that guy.
I'm like, no, I'm actually a good guy.
People are like, he's biased. It's like, well, actually, he's been playing Protoss the whole time. Not Zerg like you guys thought. Guys, who are they going to pull out? I mean, actually, we already know that. What am I saying? I'm sorry. It's actually getting late and getting tired here.
It's Bjorn.
It's Bjorn.
Yeah. Having fun with Bjorn.
That was good. So, can Bjorn do it? I think if there's one person who could take out Jobs right now, this would be the guy.
Certainly. Certainly.
He's a solid player. He did
Bjorn
so
is
well.
one of the best TVTs we've seen, really.
Yeah.
Has great TVT. So, Jobsu is going to have to show us something spectacular.
That's
Are you
true.
spectacular, Jobsu?
Are you? Can you hear me,
Because we
Jobsu?
already know that Bjorn is marvelous.
He is.
And to beat marvelous, you have to be spectacular.
Well, Bjorn's got a good personality with him. He's really, he's confident, he's ambitious, and he doesn't seem to get nervous. So, that's a deadly set.
Yeah.
The countdown has started. So let's see. Can SlayerS team slowly make a comeback, or will Bjorn finish it here? We're going to find out in just a little bit. Here with Tasis and Artosis at the GSL Team League. We're on here in the red. Our Terran player who needs to finish it now or never. Second place, Code A.
ZeNEX Bjorn.
Wow. A lot of fans.
Oh, people went crazy for him. That's about as crazy as he went for Boxer. Over here in the blue, they're calling him the comeback kid.
SlayerS Jatsumu.
They are, huh?
That's what they're calling him.
Who are they? Oh, my.
So,
Comeback kid,
the
man.
comeback kid.
That's it.
That's what they're saying. Word on the street. Nice.
Place just ran out to the street in that 5 minutes, and that's what they were saying.
I was like,
man.
what's the word? They're like, he's the comeback kid.
Like, ooh, nice.
ZeNEX Bjorn. You know, the mood has changed a little bit over there in the seats, but, you know, as you can see, it's still much tenser on SlayerS side. So they're going, everybody's got their fingers
Much more
crossed.
tenser.
Much more tenser, which is the most properest way to say that sentence.
It is. Well, scouting is beginning. We'll see in a moment. Does Bjorn want to go for a fast expansion? If my memory serves me correctly, the answer is yes.
Refinery on the way. And no refinery here for our Red Terran.
He does love
ZeNEX
those
Bjorn.
fast expands, man.
Yeah, if I remember right, in the Code A finals, I mean, he was pretty much doing the same build
Yeah.
over and over and over again. He was one of these guys that prefers to start kind of like at the trunk of a tree, and as the tree goes up, then he knows every little branch.
Yeah.
As far as that being forking in his build orders.
There's really good things about learning just one build.
Actually,
at
that's
least for a while.
That is.
Okay. A little pause. We'll let you know what's going on in a second.
Sit tight, guys.
But as I was saying, it's good sometimes to learn one build order and really get very good at it and understand all the forks. Now, this is especially true when it is actually a build order that is economical. Because if you're playing a defensive, reactive style, you're going to learn all those forks. Whereas if you're just like, I'm just going to learn 4-gate, Artusa said that's good to do, just learn one build. No, it's not that one. It's not that one.
But on a build like Fast Expand, where
it's going to teach you a lot about the game.
That's actually how I learned.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It's a good way to learn.
Even though, as you know, I started out playing random, I did pick certain builds with each race. Okay, I want to learn exactly how to do everything involving this.
Yeah.
And eventually, and then you're like, okay, I got it. Then you kind of put that in your bookshelf of build orders.
You put that in your back pocket. That's your go-to build.
I got a big book pocket. I mean, I have a big bookshelf, so because I got so many builds.
Yeah, but what if you
like
travel to a
Kindle.
land? You're going to bring your bookshelf with you?
Well, I'm pretty strong. I've been working out. My back muscles
Bring
are
a whole
okay,
bookshelf. That's why I have it in my back pocket. I always wear pants.
ZeNEX Beyond was having some keyboard hotkeying issues.
Yep.
So we're going to try to get that resolved. So sit tight. You can put your inhaler down and stop panicking, all right? Everything's going to be fine.
Well, unless you've already panicked, then use that inhaler.
Oh, then, yeah,
don't
then
just
you're
put it
gonna
down,
die.
because then Tasteless is actually making you suffocate. Tasteless, do not make them suffocate.
Please, Tasteless, do not kill our viewers.
Yeah. And it's not as if they have to put it down because Tasteless said so. Okay, we're going to go.
Well, I'm sorry, we're about to get back into this, so we'll put up the game screen for you. We apologize for the delay. Obviously, if the guy's got keyboard problems, can't play the game without the keyboard.
Yeah.
So we're going to get back into that right now.
I think we're waiting for the text to fade.
Yep.
If I had to guess.
So here we go.
My little coffee guy.
I know, man. A little bit of a cough. I'm not sick, though, but my
It's
humidifier did not turn on last night, so it's a little bit dry in my place. Factory on the way.
SCV outside trying to scout. Marine saying, no, you can't scout SCV. The SCV is saying, why? And then runs away. This Marine's shooting him.
You know, ZeNEX Beyond, his build TVT, this one specifically, very different because he gets the reactor on the barracks.
Yeah. He loves
Generally,
to
we
get that
see
reactor
Tech Lab and Factory.
Yeah, it's interesting that he does that, too, because it costs a lot of minerals to start making that refinery, start mining gas from it, to the point where you might wonder, hey, why not just make an extra barracks? And I don't have a good answer, because he's not getting a Tech Lab yet. But I'm sure he will end up doing that with this next barracks.
Looks like he may potentially do a Marine King Prime style build.
Yeah. And, on this
I don't know
map,
if that's
definitely
actually...
it is doable. It's a long map.
That's true. I was trying to think of, with the two
Well, you
road,
can't attack up the paths
roads.
all that
Yeah,
well,
I was going
that's
to say,
true.
you can't really engage, you can't surround.
You certainly can split the map in half using tank play against this, but you can't do it very quickly or he'll drop you. And I know you don't like to be dropped, Tasteless.
No, I don't.
No.
Don't bring that up. You're stressing me out.
Well, we're going to have a Hellion drop from Jobsu, but not a Blue Flame Hellion drop.
Yeah, that's interesting. I actually don't do the Hellion drop build very much, but honestly...
Actually, it's going to be a Marine drop with Hellion sitting in the front, I believe.
Oh, okay.
You do a Marine drop, the Marines go up, start taking damage because you're healing your Marines, then your Hellions run in the front and start torching.
So he knows the Hellions are present there, but he will have to relocate his Marines pretty soon here because the drop is going to occur.
Beyond right now is making a couple Marauders. That's going to help out a lot against the Hellions.
Probably should not have shown his Hellions there.
Yeah. Well, here comes the Marines.
Attacking the SCVs, the Marauder comes up.
When he sees that, he wants to back up, bring those Hellions up. Or not bring the Hellions up. Now finally bringing the Hellions up.
Here we go.
Attacking
Hellions
the
are in
Marauder,
there.
though. Don't want to be
Not
attacking
good
the Marauder.
multitasking here.
Good multitasking by Jobsu a little bit here now.
Yeah.
Doing some damage.
Time to swap add-ons. Looks like he's going to go for Banshee next. Now, note he still hasn't expanded yet.
You know,
he's got a command center on the way, though, but
definitely did do some damage as well. Despite having 2 command centers, Byun is behind, or just got ahead in SCVs. No, he's still behind a little bit, 23 to 26. So Byun did lose some economy there, but, you know, he's in control now.
I just dropped 2 mules, so he should be okay.
Yep, mules are pretty good.
Turns out mules are pretty good.
They're pretty all right.
By the way, that blimp thing in between the 2 bases on this map, I swear to God, it's from Blade Runner. See it at the top center part of our screen? Remember it now, because it's gone. Swear I've seen that thing in Blade Runner.
And away goes the drop. Hellions just holding on to that Zelnaga watchtower. And 3 bases for Jobsu. I like this Tasteless. He's making that command center and expanding down here, as you see.
Jobsu.
I like it because right now, even though Byun has a mobile type of army, the dropship is going to keep him from going too far because he's a little bit scared of it. And he can't really walk across the map with what he has right now to actually attack that. And Jobsu even applying pressure with the Banshee.
And it does get out.
Wow.
That was close.
Jobsu's actually doing a great job.
That was impressive. You know, because the Banshee didn't do anything. Byun's pretty solid, and I think he really shines in the end game, late game, you know, phase. So we're going to have to see how much damage Jobsu can do. Uh-oh, not worth it there.
Yeah, he's stimming a lot right now. Some would say too much. I would be one of those.
Yeah, I would too, actually.
Be very careful with your stims, especially when you haven't started your factory, which you just started. Very similar supplies right now. 70 for ZeNEX Byun, 65 for his opponent, SlayerS Jobsu.
It's much worse if you're actually stimming all the time with Marines than Marauders. If you stim, you know, let's say 3 times the Marine, well, your Marines are going to basically die to 1 hit from anything.
Yeah. Marauders, on the other hand, they have a lot of health. They last a while.
So the question is, when is it going to be Byun's turn to be aggressive, to try to control the map? And actually, maybe I spoke too soon, because I can see on the minimap, Byun's actually moving out now.
Yeah.
Nope.
I think
just
it might
check
just
the Zelnaga
be,
watchtower.
Yeah, just a little bit of pressure in there, making sure that he does not have unfair vision advantage. But really right now, Jobsu has to be feeling pretty confident. He has some Hellions down at the 3rd base area for Byun, and he has the watchtower in the bottom lane, as well as that extra base. So basically, he sees much more of the map. Doing a great job.
Wow, totally denied that from doing anything.
Yeah.
And
Hellion being taken out. By the way, he's forced a couple missile turrets, which is quite nice because he never even got Cloak. So Jobsu is actually really showing a huge amount of skill here. I'm starting to think that this guy's going to get through Code A this season, Tasteless.
I think so. I think he could also get us to our potential final match here because he's just playing so well.
He certainly is. Right now, the supply is very similar, 103 to 102. Jobsu in the lead there. But his SCV count's starting to rise up a little bit. He's 52 to 49. He's got by far a better economy because he does have the 3 orbitals. Byun has no idea about that extra base. Never scouted it or anything, so that's definitely a little bit of a mistake there. But
you know what's good that Byun's doing? He, you can do this in StarCraft 1 as well. You just put a couple Marines on the outskirts of your base, and the odds of them actually dropping you are pretty slim.
Yeah, it goes
a lot
down.
of the time assume that there's just more there than it should be. Whoa! Stimming into this situation, probably not a good idea.
Nice siege shanks by Jobsu.
Honestly cannot believe he just ran into that. But they're gone. Where did they go? Magic.
Good move pulling them back so they don't get killed by that little Marauder drop.
Smooth move, David Copperfield. And your disappearing siege tanks.
Wow. They went to the same place as the Statue of Liberty, Tasteless.
How did he do it? Make the Statue of Liberty disappear, but that's impossible.
It wasn't. Was it?
It was.
Well, 3rd base going up for Byun. It's so much later than Jobsu's, though. Jobsu actually could definitely use some more production facilities. You know, he actually doesn't have all that much. Starting to throw some down now, realizing that actually his income is getting too big for what he has. And a beautiful drop by Byun. Can he get some serious damage in here? How does Jobsu not see this yet?
Jobsu not really reacting and losing reactors because of it.
It's quite interesting doing that while he's in his main base, but Jobsu very slow about this. Moving
Nice
forward,
target firing
and
there with the
yeah.
Marauders.
Beyond going to lose some units. All right, after that, the supplies, again, very close. 126 to 127, Beyond in the lead. Beyond has that third base up and running at this point as well.
Still doesn't know about that expansion. I think Beyond right now actually thinks he's ahead.
And in fact, Beyond has more SCVs by 3. He's really been on top of that.
Yeah.
And they both have 3 bases.
So
So
excuse me, now he actually is ahead.
yeah, no,
but-
it's super duper
But what's
close.
funny is I think he probably thought he was ahead the entire time.
yeah, I think so.
And through his raw skill, he's just managed to sort of get ahead anyways. But, man.
Yeah, Beyond is really, really good, even though Jobsu's played a great early game. But this is a fearsome army, Tasteless. A lot of Marines, some Siege Tanks mixed in as well. Obviously, Marines do very well against Marines and Marauders.
Does he know? He sees the tanks moving out. This would be a great time to flank. Here he goes.
Choosing to attack down into this. Some of his units in the back dancing around, and he's going to have to run. This is not looking good for Beyond. Having to run away at this point. Wants to be careful, though. You push him back too far, he might check that main base, which is still completely naked.
Well, he's just going to have to keep cranking out units. I think this is one of the problems with doing this infantry-style play on this map is it's very hard to attack in these narrow entrances. Stim, he needs to back up. He shouldn't engage this.
Backs up, loses a few units. Beyond right now really throwing up a lot of barracks, trying to keep his money down. His money coming in torrents.
A nice job baiting the Marines. I got to say, Beyond's actually doing a lot with a little here.
He is doing that. 168 supply against 153. Jobsu behind a bit. And look at this. Down the highway. And he's going to want to pull back from those siege tanks. Just enough Marines for Jobsu to hold on to that.
That is how you do it. And every time he sees them on siege, he's just going to dart in there again and say, all right, let's go. Siege up, back.
As
Beautiful.
much damage as he can. Yeah, absolutely.
Beyond is so good.
In fact, he has +2/+1 right now on his Marines and Marauders, whereas just 1/1.
Oh, that's actually going to be the straw that broke the camel's back, as he's going to shoot down these siege tanks from the high ground.
Yeah, very nice move there. Siege tanks pushing back Beyond's army. And suddenly Jobsu showing why siege tanks are so good. 145 supply to 142, keeping it pretty even, but his army composition definitely better. A lot of Marines, a lot of siege tanks. Siege tanks do have +1, by the way. Does make quite a difference.
Of course, he can't really drop on those siege tanks. With his medevacs, with all those Marines there, the DPS is just too high.
4th base going up for Jobsu.
Very nice
Right
by
there.
Jobsu.
And man, he's tanking a lot of these barracks of Beyond. So he's actually not even going to be able to keep up his production. And as your production falls, you need to have huge production when you're going Marine Marauder, especially against siege tank base play. And Jobsu making it look easy, Tasteless. This kid is serious.
I think he might actually have this if he keeps this up.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's just not enough stuff here. Not enough of anything red. And it looks like Yun is in trouble.
Wow, look at this. The siege tanks dealing sick damage, but Yun trying to target them down. Too many Marines in there. They do have 2-1 now. And just
Look at that
beautiful
leapfrogging.
leapfrogging. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to do that. Keep some siege to cover the ones moving forward. And he's just getting too close to the other barracks, Tasteless. Beyond only at 110 supply against 163.
Once he gets in range with siege tanks to that orbital,
GG.
Beyond's going to have to do it. There it is, GG. Damn.
Jobsu.
Remove my Superman cape.
Seriously, he is owning up. And you know what? I do feel just a little bit bad for our first Terran player from ZeNEX, because I am sure that he was sure that he was getting the MVP tonight. But suddenly Jobsu looking like he may clinch it.
Jobsu is looking good. The whole team is pretty happy.
Slayer's boxer's like, yeah. Jobs here.
Uh-oh, this is so bad for ZeNEX. Because
Yun.
Yun is their best player.
Yun's shaking. Look at him. He is shaking. He is so confident, especially in Terran vs. Terran right now. And he just lost. So.
You know, I don't agree with ZeNEX Beyond's strategy on that map, that going for the Marine Marauder on Metalopolis. If you're both hugging the upper right location, because you're going to go down that highway is basically what it is on the map. It's too narrow.
Yeah,
you don't have any way to flank to get all your Marines and Marauders to surround him.
Yeah, you have to. If you're going to do it on that map, you have to be very tempo-based. You have to be running around the other side doing counterattacks and stuff like Marine King Prime. You can't just be trying to hold off their army. That's not how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I don't know. I think we actually very well could see the comeback.
We might, and I'm like so surprised, and I am pleasantly so.
Me too.
Because Jobsu is showing us he's a great Terran. I think this guy's going to hit Code S next season, man. He's going to crush the Code A, I think. Really, such solid, great play. Now, who is ZeNEX going to send out? Because Kyrix is not here.
Yeah.
The best two players in that team basically are Kyrix and Beyond.
Yeah.
Beyond has been used up. Who is it going to be?
And this person has to win it. I mean, imagine you go 3-0.
And then everyone loses.
And then everybody else loses.
The guy that went 3-0 is like, guys.
And it's going to be this fine gentleman over here.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Marching towards that booth.
And that's going to be ZeNEX Nuke.
All right, so a guy we have not seen. That's why we didn't know who he was.
Okay. He's ready, looks like. So once he gets his...
He's a Terran.
TVT. We already know that Jobsu's pretty good at that.
Yeah. Very, very good.
So,
this guy's not been in the GSL yet. He did not make it in this season, unfortunately.
So, you know, kind of like Seed, we don't exactly know what to expect. He might really wow us. We have no idea. I definitely think they expected Beyond to clean up, though.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we're going to have to see if Nuke has what it takes. You know, Nuke, the reason to put Nuke beyond would be, for instance, let's say that Yun has one hard matchup. Then, if this guy is really good at that matchup, he can maybe clean up the guy who takes out Beyond.
That's a good point. Maybe, like, let's say Beyond's weak in TDZ, but Nuke's best matchup is versus a Zerg.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, then he's like, okay, well, don't worry about it.
Uh-oh, my. Terminus,
Terminus. Right, Terminus. We haven't really got to see this map very much.
Yeah, this one is actually rotationally symmetric basis. I know you love talking about rotationally symmetric maps.
Man, oh man, oh man. Is it going to be down to the wire? I don't know what these guys are going to do. Would you cheese? I wouldn't in the situation.
Well, this is a big 4-player map, so I don't know.
Kind of hard to do then.
Yeah. Well, if you do, of course, that's going to be twice as surprising. But
True.
You have to have some crazy build planned out for that. The fact that you have to get the depot before the barracks makes it even harder to pull that off.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't think we're going to see any real cheese. It could be a one-base thing, but definitely not proxy barracks, I would say.
Well, we're just waiting for our player Nuke to get his settings ready. Then he's going to join our game.
Yes. Can't wait. Terran vs. Terran.
He's going to join our game.
It's my game.
Our game. You need to share.
No.
You need to share.
No. It's my
This is mine.
game.
My game. Terran. Now, it's not a Ninja Turtle at the upper right. It's not, R2-D2 with 3D. You know, those movie 3D glasses on.
It's not a dome on the moon?
No.
With funny windows?
That was a Marauder at the upper right. So, don't be confused. It's the second time we've seen that artwork.
It's good artwork.
It's good.
Looks like the Marauder.
You know, it's so funny because people that follow StarCraft always seem to be artistic. Like, if you look at actually the amount of fan art there is for players
there's a
and
lot
stuff
of
like
really
that.
artistic.
You know, people that do fan art for just the game itself.
People who follow StarCraft are actually good at everything. There are fans that are good at every single thing.
Yeah.
I could ask a question right now, and I would have the answer by the time this game ended.
We could probably ask any complicated question.
Someone would get in contact with me.
Somebody would have told me on Twitter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Twitter PM, something like that.
Think about it. StarCraft, it's a hard game. You got to be smart to
Smartest fans in the
appreciate
entire
it.
world.
So
are
it's like
watching.
actually, yeah.
You guys watching right now are actually the smartest people in the world.
Think about that.
Yeah,
Well done. You know,
that's right.
because they got a sense of humor. You know, got to be
Joe,
smart.
Stephen
to have a sense of
Hawking
humor.
watches this show.
I know.
Yeah.
Guys always asking me for autographs, man. You know.
Should give him one. He's very smart.
I know. I did.
All right.
Signed the back of his wheelchair, just like that, and sent him on his way. The countdown started. Thank God. Let's get ready for our final game and see who's going to win. Will it be the most epic comeback, or will ZeNEX barely pull it off? We're going to see. So brace yourself.